Crowd looks hype tonight. Better come with me.
About game time,
The
bring
other
the
team's
pain
already
time.
worried about stopping you, MP.
They got nothing on y'all.
Confident and ready for action, the Bulls as they head to the locker room earlier. Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Chicago Bulls here at their home, United Center. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics. Then on Friday, they'll be playing the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And for that game against the Knicks, I'm sure they've been waiting for that one, and they're eager to see how they measure up against a quality opponent.
So here are the Jazz starting five. We've got Klingon, Keontae George out there with Jabari Smith, and it's Hendricks in at the three. And for the Bulls, Williams and Vucevic are inside. Kobe White out there with Shepherd. And before we get too deep in this game, I want to remind the viewers that MP is likely to be playing with a bit more intensity tonight. He's made it known he intends to pick up a W against any teams that finish higher than his in the standings last season. And I think you may have drawn some ire with that call-out.
Well, still a lot of games to play, but I'm going to give MP credit for what we've seen from him so far. He's gone after this challenge very seriously, and he's been a formidable force to be reckoned with. It's going to be another challenge tonight, and we'll see if he can keep up the same sort of intensity and focus again as this one unfolds.
And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant, how aware are the players of where they are in the season?
You know, B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Dub. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Just over a minute and a half in. And here's Shepherd for three. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Utah has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc to the paint. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hendricks has got his second bucket on the night.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Pass to George. Here's Smith. Oh, a dunk and a foul! a powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic. And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And with this pause, let's take a look at the teams that have generated the most offense on the break this season. Number 5, the Jazz.
When it comes to transition play, this team outperforms most others. They've got a lot of speedy players, and they use them well.
Here's Shepherd. 23 points his last outing. And again, no good by Chicago.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Here's Dub. Pass to George. From deep. The rebound by Shepherd. Bulls trail by 3. Here's White. The Bulls with another miss. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's George. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Vucevic. Williams on the wing. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Pass to Vucevic. RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There is an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances. Vooch doesn't get to the line as much as you would expect, but he does shoot a good number from there.
All right, the Jazz making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Pass to Dub. To the inside. Oh, nice shot by Klingon.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Chicago trailing here. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And it's in there.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Picked by Smith. To the left wing. Pass to Dub. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2. Here's White. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Shot clock at 6. Right wing. And here's Shepherd for 3. Utah grabs the miss.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Here's Dub. Playing Phoenix, he was nearly unstoppable. Smith no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It's White with a drive. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Oh, fantastic adjustment on the shot against tight defense.
Here's Dub. He's putting up some terrific numbers, over 28 a game. Smith with a screen on Williams. Hendricks gets the 3 to fall. Hendricks has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist by Shepherd.
For a true center, Vooch is excellent in that catch and shoot.
Here's Dub. Another 3 for Utah.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Shepherd, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Drops in the 3. White's got 7 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Dub. He's got 5. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Grant. Big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
Collins, he's checked in for Utah. Markkanen comes in for Hendricks.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
To the middle. Oh, nice shot by Clingan. Clingan's got his second basket.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And here's White. He has 7. Pass to Shepherd. Three-pointer. Can't connect. Making him 1 for 6 from the field. Utah leading by 4. Collins a screen. Dub passes to Collins. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Throw it anywhere near Collins, he'll take care of the rest, putting his athleticism and length to perfect use.
Here's Shepherd. Pass to Smith. Shoots over Clingan. Collins with the rebound.
And he felt like he needed a little bit more space with the fade to get off a shot, but that might have been what threw him off and made him miss.
The Bulls have got 6 of 14 in so far. Here's Shepherd. Picked by Smith. Driving to the basket. Off with the layup.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Collins a screen. There's the triple. That shot, no good. Bulls trail by 6. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
White against Markkanen. And here's Shepherd for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Shepherd's got 6.
Just 2 for 8 shooting early on. Maybe that hoop will help build some momentum.
Pass to Markkanen. Here's Dub. From deep, Johnson. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. The Bulls have gone 7 of 16 so far. Outside White. Nails the wide open jumper. And now just a 1-point Jazz lead.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Johnson finds Collins. The 3. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Collins.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, Dub in that last game against the Suns played some superb basketball. He ended up with 37 points and his passing was huge in that game, finding ways to involve his teammates. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Pass to White. And here's Smith from behind the arc. They get the rebound. Buzelis. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Chicago shooting their 5th. Called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
They split the 2 games they played last year. Both teams really struggled to find wins throughout the season.
And that seems about right. Last season was one that both teams would like to forget. They get beat up a lot and couldn't even beat up on each other.
Hayes with room to shoot. Utah grabs the miss.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
So the Jazz 5 right now. Smith out there with John Collins. Then there's George, and it's Dub in at the point. Outside Jones takes the 3 on target from range. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving. And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Pass to Hayes. Launches it. Smith with the rebound. Utah leading by 6. Here's Dub. 7 points in the game. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Here's Ramos. Back to Hayes. Pass to Ramos from outside the arc. Hits the trifecta. Ramos has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Dub, covered by Smith. And he's going for the oop here. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
The Bulls making a switch here. Holiday is checked in. Now here's Hayes. He had 9 points in his last time out. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Crafty move. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Collins passes to Dub. Collins a screen. Inside. And Collins with the slam.
Whoa! Did you see that? John Collins. A little bit of sauce on that slam.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Good looks by our terrific camera crew. Smith with a screen on George.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Some changes for Chicago. Williams comes in for Smith, and it's Kobe White in for Holiday. Klingett, he's checked in for Utah. And so here is Chicago. 8-point game. Here's Williams. Down low. Pass to Buzelis. Shot clock at 5. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Out to the wing. Here's Dub. That three's off the mark. For Chicago, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Left side, Williams. Blocked! And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. Shepard comes in for Hayes.
Nikola Vucevic. Shepard.
White for 3. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Smith no good.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Outside White. From about 19. And Klingett pulls it down. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Dub. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Here's Shepard. He has 6. Outside White. Six to shoot. Here's Vucevic. It's deflected. Pass to Hendricks. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now it's a 7-point Utah lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Utah.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Williams is checked in for George. Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally. Look, when he's within range, Vooch is going at the rim, and he's going at it hard.
Lets the three fly. Williams grabs the board. And Williams has got the ball here for Chicago. They trail by 3. Here's White. Utah grabs the miss. Hendricks has got his 5th rebound in this one. Smith passes to Dub. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Hendricks. The 3 is up. Chicago with a rebound. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with one.
Here's Shepard. He's got 6. Pass to White. Back to Vucevic. Here's Shepard. Over to the left wing. And again, Chicago, no good.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Yep, count it. Smith's got 5.
Love seeing Smith use the mid-range. If you're going to be a great player, you have to develop that shot.
Utah foul. Number 8. First personal foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for the Bulls, Shepard.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Utah leading by 5. Outside Johnson. Pass to Dub. Launches a 3. Hits the three-pointer. He's got 17.
His play just keeps getting better, clearly building on the foundation of that strong first quarter.
Here's Shepard. Give him 8. Here's White. Good on the 13-footer.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
The Bulls trail by 6. And he can't bank that one in. Utah shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. And the basket by Dub.
Oh, he is feeling it. 3 trifectas here in the second quarter, 4 already for the game. He's such a good free throw shooter. You don't want to foul him unless it's absolutely necessary.
So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. White hits them both. Utah leading by 7. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Dub misses. Chicago's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Ramos, no good. Well, the Jazz shooting a solid 50% throughout the second. Here's Markkanen. Inside Markkanen with the size and power.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Here's Shepard. Three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Utah with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Hello, everybody. Let's start out with a look at the recently announced Players of the Week. In the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis, I mean, certainly deserves all the accolades. When you look at everything he's about, he remains one of the most unique players in NBA history.
I mean, if you could build an NBA player. All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the Chicago Bulls. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. The Bulls trail by 9. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Williams and Vucevic are inside. Shepherd is out there with Kobe White. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Utah leading by 7. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Now White. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
For 3, George. Chicago with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. White, the pass to Vucevic. Drains the triple. Vucevic has got 10 points.
The ability to stretch the floor is such a dangerous weapon for Vuce and his team.
Smith outside. To the inside. Here's Dub. The rebound by Shepherd. Bulls trail by 6. Oh, swiped away. And the basket by Dub. Dub's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Vucevic, a screen on George. Pass to Vucevic. 4-3. The rebound by the Jazz. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Klingon. And he banks in the layup. And now a 10-point Utah lead.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's White. The kick out to Williams. Williams with the screen. 5 on the clock. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 13.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Hendricks. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. And the Jazz lead by 9.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
Dub banked it in off the glass. Dub's got 26.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Another steal. Driving inside. Got it.
Number 8.
The Bulls have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Outside White. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Look it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Utah shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw misses. Utah making a switch here. Collins checked in. And the second free throw is good. The Bulls trail by 12. second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Utah shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe of the game. So it's Chicago now. Here's Shepherd. He's got 13. Pass to Williams. Vucevic in the post. He's against Smith. And how about we check the numbers for him?
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Consistently productive. Vooch can get you 20 and 10 every single night.
Here's George. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they're winning, but it hasn't been because of him. He can't throw it in the ocean so far.
White for 3. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
Collins outside. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Dub. 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Ooh, John Collins hits from deep. Collins has got 12 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Ooh, it's stolen away. Outside, Williams. Going inside. Pass to Vucevic. The 3. Rebound, Utah.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
George with it. Smith with a screen on Williams. Smith outside. Beyond the arc. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
This is right in Smith's wheelhouse, catching fire.
It's White with a drive. Oh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Collins a screen. Fires the 3. Hendricks no good. The Bulls trail by 15. Pass to Shepherd. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And here now are the teams that have made a difference with their defense in the past 10 games. The Jazz, 3rd.
They've turned up the heat defensively over this last stretch, trying to force more turnovers. That's been their game.
Buzelis is checked in for Chicago. Hayes comes in for White. Well, RJ, there have been so many great rivalries over the years. It's part of what makes the NBA special.
It elevates the league when there are great teams always meeting on the biggest stage. It makes everyone pay attention when the best players are matched up against each other.
Pass to Buzelis. Hayes with a screen on Markkanen. Back to Hayes. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Dub. The 3 ball. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
Back to Williams. Pass to Buzelis. And here's Vucevic. Covered by Richards. And here's Shepherd for 3. Williams grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Dub. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Dub's got 34 points.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the... Bulls. Now, we don't pick favorites, Richard, but Did you have a favorite road city?
Well, it depends on when you ask me, B.A. I love New York. That's my favorite city. I was born in L.A., but there's nothing like going home to Phoenix, Arizona, where I grew up.
Back to Hayes. And rejected. They recover it. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
So the Jazz 5 right now. We've got Jabari Smith. He's out there with Klingon. And it's George in at the 2. And he dunks it down.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best wins are the ugly ones.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
In the second half, their free throw percentage has improved, hitting in the low 80s now. Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Holiday from long range. Utah with the rebound. Smith's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. On the take from 7 feet away. The putback. Smith with the rebound. Chicago has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Jones feels it out. Good. He hits the jumper.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Here's Dub. Knocks it down from distance. Dub's got 38 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
So we see the...
That's what I'm talking about. They're a good team, but we got you.